Monday, it's Thursday today.
Yeah. No, maybe it's because of the reaction that has been out there, you know? In fact, maybe let me start by, I'm sure you saw the new jersey and you saw, I mean, that feeling that, hey, the new jersey is here, the photo shoots have happened, does it sink in about, hey, I'm no longer here?
I think after Monday, I've just adjusted my mentality and my mind, you know, my style, everything, you know, just to change from Pirate to where I'm gonna go. You know, it's a new beginning for me, and it's not gonna go easily, like 1 day, 2 days, but already I've changed my mindset. So to see the new jersey and the photo shoot, it was very nice. I saw they've got great, nice jerseys. You know, they've got some stripes on it, so it's very nice.
And I'm sure you now remember all the things that you used to do around this time, and it's for the first time you're not part of that process in 16 years.
Yeah. It's the first time that I'm not there. You know, I've been in the most Orlando Pirate launch for a new jersey. I've been there a long time. I think it's been 16 years. Yeah, it's been 16 years. 16 years. Yeah. I'm right. 16 years. Been in the launch for all of the jerseys for Orlando Pirates. So this time it's the first time. But yeah. Life goes on, you know, it's the beginning of a new challenge.
How do you look back in this journey? And I think for a very long time you've been, I think now when I count for the past 5 years, in fact not even for the past 5 years, you've always been the longest serving player there.
Yeah.
How do you look back in this journey from 2006?
Yep.
When you joined the club, I think Misha was the coach back then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the journey was great. You know, there's a lot of ups and downs throughout the 16 years, but you know, I've enjoyed myself. I don't have any regrets for that. You know, I really appreciate Orlando Pirate, or must I say, Mr. Chairman, Dr. Ivan Koza, you know, from taking me as a young kid until now. You know, I really appreciate and I'm grateful. And there was ups and downs then there, good things and also bad things. But at the end of the day, I think I've served the team with dignity. You know, I wanted to prove myself from a young age until now, and I think I've done that. And for me, it's just to move on. You know, it's a new journey for me.
Mm-hmm. I know that it's a story that has been told, but some don't know that a Pirates legend today who could have joined Chiefs just a few weeks before Pirates.
Why you need to go back to that story all the time when you speak?
Because we're looking back in history.
You're always going back to that story. Why?
No.
I think, yeah, man. There was a moment whereby I was supposed to go to Chiefs, you know, and 2 weeks, 3 weeks after. 3 weeks, before I go to Chiefs, not after, before. You know, I was supposed to go there, and at the end of the day, I end up going to Orlando Pirate, you know, and signed with Orlando Pirate. And for me, I think it was a blessing, you know. It means God wanted me to go to Pirate, because the way it happened, you know, I've stayed 16 years, and it shows that I was meant to go there at the beginning of my journey, you know. And I think I'm happy, and I appreciate that Pirate saw me and signed me by that time.
Mm-hmm. And the longevity that you've had at Pirates Merchants, and when you look at the time that you've spent there were other players that you found at the club, legends who were there.
Yeah.
I think luckily Fati had just started. I think he had only been there maybe for 4 years when you got there.
Yeah.
What can you say has been the driving force for you in all these years?
I think I'll start by saying it was a dream. The first time I went with my uncle to watch Orlando Pirates against what you call that team from Limpopo in those days, Ria Stars. My uncle took me that time to watch a game. Then I fall in love, and I say I wanted to play to one of the biggest teams in South Africa. And by that time there was the likes of Steve Likolea, Vilagazi, Joseph Makanya, and I wanted to be part of that group, and 2006, I just saw the people that I always watch them on TV, go to the stadium and watch them, I wanted to make a mark as well, people just to remember me, like those stars, because we've been watching them the previous years while I was still young. And just to be there on my first training, with the people that you've been admired, it was a blessing. And those people, when I came, they welcomed me with good hands, and for me it was a blessing. And obviously I wanted to make a mark and represent the patch with dignity, and I think I've done that, all these years that I've played for Orlando Pirates.
Mm-hmm. Who was the captain when you got to Pirates?
It was lucky. There was lucky. There was Papi Khumani. I think it was the last year of before he retired. It was then Siema on those years, because I came with Siema in Orlando Pirates. He been the captain as well. Yeah, I think it's those ones. Lucky, yeah, it's Lucky, Papi, Vilagazi sometimes, and Siema.
Mm-hmm. And this was a team of leaders around you. So, would you say, in terms of your leadership qualities, it was easy for you in later years when you got to be given the armband, because you got into a team that already had leaders and you learned from them?
Yeah, there was a lot of leaders in the team. The likes of Okpara was a goalkeeper coach by that time, and there was a lot of senior players: Tony Shabalala, Edward Malinga, Tabang Mulife. There was a lot of leaders, including those ones that I've mentioned already, and people that have been with the team for such a long time, the likes of Joseph Makanya, Chisboy Mukwena Gift, may his soul rest in peace, Isaac Chansa, the goalkeeper as well, Chansa, there was a lot of senior players that are leaders in the team, and I had to learn from them, throughout my journey, how we do things, how we not doing things, and I've seen them while I was playing, how they run the things. Then obviously you get to pick up some of the things that are important, that you see that they're in your style of leadership, you know. And obviously, there's a lot of ex-players by that time, you know. I had to chat with them and get to know Orlando Pirates more, about Orlando Pirates first. Before I've been a captain, I had to learn about Pirate, the pressure, how to deal with fans, you know, how to represent the badge in the right way. You know, I had to learn from different generations, you know. Then I took some of the ideas that they've been doing. And for me, when they gave me the armband, yeah, I think some of them, it comes from those players, and I implement some of my things, you know, and I come from a good family, you know, and obviously I've taught well, you know, so obviously when they taught you well, there's some of the things that you're gaining from the street. Obviously you mix it, you end up become different person, and the streets teach you a lot of things, you know, it teach you a lot of things. So if you combine those two, you are different and you end up being a better person.
And especially when you come from a small town as well.
Yeah, I'm coming from a small town called Middelburg, eMhluzi. Yeah, and you know, I've learned a lot of things from my grandmother who passed on in 2017, and also my mother, you know, and yeah, my family, the whole, you know, I've learned a lot, you know. They've taught me a lot of things, you know, about love, peace, respect, discipline, go for what you want, but in a proper way, you know. And yeah, I think I still have it in my mind, and that's the thing that keeps me going.
Makoko has lived longer
Yeah.
to see you at the very highest.
Yeah.
She was able to see 11 years of your career at Orlando Pirates. What was her reaction in this period as you were keeping Kamari family up there?
No, I was very happy. You know, he was one of the person who call me each and every day and see how my day was. If we're playing, you'll say, go and play well. You know, after the game, if I didn't do well, she's the one that's gonna tell me, you didn't do well. Why? Are you angry? Are you okay? What's wrong? You know, you didn't do well in this game. I didn't see Happy that I know. You know, he was my supporter. You know, my first supporter. You know, for quite a long time, maybe 11 to 12 years. So yeah, but you know, she just. What can I say in this way? She just witnessed, you know, she just witnessed the grandchildren that she always see running in the street, who's traveling the countries at the young age, you know, and one day he saw me playing in the PSL, which is something that I've dreamed of, and he said, yeah, my grandchild did it because he wanted this, you know, so yeah. So
like she supported you throughout in your career, coming up playing in the juniors back in those days?
Yeah, man. I think all of my parents, you know, my mom, my grandmother, they've supported me all the time, you know, as a young kid, you know, until now, they still do, you know, and I really appreciate their support, you know, each and every day. You know, we talk every day with football sometimes. Sometimes they know football more than me, and I laugh sometimes, you know, because they watch it more, because there's a lot of games that they watch, even if it's not Orlando Pirates game, but they watch it and say, yeah, you saw this game, and what did you see, and what did you learn from this game, you know, then I will tell. And when there's someone that they like or on a game, maybe one of the team, they will tell me, please watch this guy, the way he plays. What do you think? You know, maybe it's similar like you and what. So, yeah, I think they know football.
Mm-hmm. And the community in Middelburg, I think I've seen you have an annual tournament there in Middelburg.
Yeah. I used to have an annual tournament, but because of COVID, I've stopped. Excuse me, I've stopped, and I think I'm still going to do it again. You know, because it's nice to give back to the community, you know, and support the kids. You know, even though we didn't got it before I've turned professional, but I want to give them the feeling, you know, and get to see some of the ex-players or the new players that are playing in the PSL or the scouts, you know what I mean? So just the opportunity for them to express themselves, maybe they can get opportunity to play for PSL.
Did you find that those things, when you do those things, it inspires? Because me and you relate, we come from small towns.
Yeah.
And sometimes you find that in the small towns, people are not looking at the bright lights of Joburg and all those things. Sometimes they don't really have hope like they're in the big cities. Mm-hmm. So when they just have someone like you on their street or in their community, they celebrate you, and it also gives hope to them.
Yeah. It gives hope to them that it can happen to them also, you know. And once you bring some of the people from Joburg that are playing soccer, or they are the scouts or the coaches, you know, you bring them to your township. I think you give them hope, you know, that anything is possible. If you dream about it and you want it more, then you can succeed. And all the time when I go to my township and I see the kids playing in the ground, I try to speak to them, you know, and tell them that if you pray, if you discipline, dedicated, anything is possible in your life. No matter what you do, you can make it, you know. Don't say, I'm coming from township, I can't make it to Joburg and wada. It's not about that. I've made it while I was in the township, so you can witness that. So even you as a person, you can, you know. So yeah, I think I still give them hope, you know, to get to the PSL side.
Mm-hmm. I want to look back. In these years, I saw on the website they posted their highlights of Happy, and I'm not sure if the highlights of Happy are also your highlights, or you feel that there's some moments that have been left out that stand out for you.
I think there's a lot of moments because I've spent a lot of years in the team. You know, there's a lot of moments, but that stand out for me the most. It's the first time I'm wearing the Orlando Pirates jersey on the official day. That's stand out for me for a long time because it was something that I've dreamed, and it happened on that day. You know, on 2006, it happened on that day, and that's the one that stand out for me. And the other ones, I think, obviously I want to cherish them, you know. To play in the Champions League final, to play in the Confederation final, to play to and win trophies, the trebles, double trebles, you know. And also to remember those friendly games that we used to play against the international teams, the likes of Vodacom Challenge, you know, the Manchester, the Tottenham, you know, those kind of games. I think they're the one that stand for me.
Let's talk about the double treble.
Yeah.
That was special, and I think at the time you were second in charge to Lucky Lekhwati.
No. I was not a captain there. I was far away.
Who was the? Because also Nzori was not really the captain.
Yeah, it was the likes of Munib, the likes of Benny, the likes of Sangweni, the likes of. Yeah, I was far away from.
Was the team of leaders?
Yeah, there was a team of leaders. You know, Rowan Johannes was also a captain there, so I was far of being a captain. But yeah, treble, it's always been a special moment. You know, double treble. You know, the second treble. I was injured on December before the Telkom final. So yeah, I think those moments were great. You know, were great, good memories.
The first one, I'm sure that one was special because I remember we went to the stadium and on that day I think the senior management of the PSL had gone to Cape Town where Ajax was playing.
Yeah.
And Orlando, even if you remember, even the fans, the stadium was not full.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But people came in the second half when they were singing what they said. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that day. Yo. It was not full on that day. I think the stadium was half of the supporters on that day. Then second half when we came out from changing room, it was packed. Started to be full, and we see all the red t-shirt, black t-shirt outside. And obviously halftime we saw the score, or they told us the score, I must say. They told us the score that Ajax is leading. Then we told ourselves in changing room that guys, no matter what happened, let's do our best. You know, let's try to win the game. We'll see the results afterwards. And obviously, all of us, we agree. Let's try to win the game. We'll see after the game what will happen. And we just keep on pushing on the day. We keep on pushing, and we got the results. Then the next day, 90 minutes, people celebrating. We don't understand what's happening. They said the Ajax draw. Then, yeah, we won the league on that day.
Very interesting. Let's come to the captaincy. How was the armband introduced to you? Because we know with Pirates, the issue of the captaincy is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not really the technical team that is a special technical. It's more at the top. How was it introduced to you?
I think I would say luckily Khwati was always telling me that I'll be the next captain for Orlando Pirates. You know, after I left, he said, when I leave, you're going to be the next captain for the team. You know, I said, why are you saying that? He said, you've got some of the qualities of the leaders, you know. I said, okay. Then afterwards, you know, fast forward, then one day I had a meeting with the chairman, and the chairman told me that I want you to make you a captain of the team, you know. Obviously, by that time, you're still young, you're saying, hey, captains. But, you know, because the chairman knows it very well, you know, then he tried to explain to me, this is what you have to do, this is what you don't need to do, you know. I've got guidance from him, you know. Then afterwards, I took it, and first moment, yeah, I was scared to lead the team, you know, you're still young, still scared. But at the end of the day, you know, I had to take that responsibility to lead the team, you know, and the likes of a lot of people, senior people, you know, they guide me, you know, ex-players mostly. They've guided me to, you've got qualities to lead the team, so why not? Then I had to lift my head up on that day and start leading the team and be responsible and have a voice, lead by example in everything you do, you know, and respect each and every one, you know. So yeah, I think I might thank Ulaki, you know, with the vision that he got, and maybe Lako Naviat, you know, Nami, which one day I've said this and it happened, you know. So yeah, maybe I have to thank him, to say thank you, Lucky, for see a vision on me, you know, and yeah.
How difficult and what does it take to captain a team like Pirates?
It's not that really difficult to lead the team, you know, but you must know that all the pressure is on you. You know, you've got a lot of pressure on the field, outside the field. Everything goes to your shoulder, and you need to know how to deal with it, you know. And obviously, the new players, when they come, obviously you are the first one. Not even the first one, but you are the better person to talk to. You are the better person, you know, to talk to. And also, everything you do, you have to set example. You know, it's not about talking all the time, it's about action. You know, and like me, I didn't have too much voice, but my action speaks for me. You know, I'll do something, then you see that we have to do it as well, you know. So I think there's a lot of pressure when you're a captain of the team, you know. There's a lot of pressure. You need to take all the bullets because they come stronger to you, and you need to be ready and be prepared for it. But it's nice when you told yourself that I will take the pressure, I will take this responsibility, and I will use it in the right way. So I think for me, I've used it in the right way, and for me, it never gave me anything that does trouble. I think I've done my best to captain the team, and yeah.
Would you have loved the situation of handing over the armband like it was handed over to you?
I wish I would love to do that, you know, to hand the armband to someone else, you know, the way they've handed to me. But the situation doesn't allow me because of departure now, and I think one day when I come back, I'll explain to the guys as well what happened, you know.
Mm-hmm. And talking about how you departed, did you see it coming?
I think I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it, to be honest. I wouldn't lie. I didn't see it coming. I think I thought I would spend another 2 or 3 years in the team before I hang up my boots, you know. But life didn't happen that way, you know. God didn't plan this way, you know, because the negotiation happened in a good way, you know. And at the end of the day, I had to make an agreement, you know, a decision that obviously was difficult for me, but I had to do it because I wanted to still play football, you know. So I had to say, can I please go and play somewhere else, you know, and finish my career somewhere, you know. But obviously I wanted to be special, you know. When you're playing for Orlando Pirates for quite some times and it's 16 years, you wanted to finish there, you know, because you've been there for almost your half of your years, and I wished to finish there, but it didn't happen.
So you know, I'm not sure if in North Africa or it's in the French countries where they call it, you want it to be a bandiera. A bandiera is a player who plays for one club, and then that's it, it's a Paolo Maldini.
Yeah.
And I mean, 400 matches, especially in the PSL era, you know. In fact, even back then, no one has ever done it for Pirates. So I understand why you wanted to have that. But so you say at least 2 years. Is it a case of you've given yourself a time where you want to when you want to retire?
Yeah, as a person, I've got goals. You know, I've set up my goals, and for me, the next 2 to 3 years, I'm done. You know, that's me. In the previous team that I was playing for, you know, so I have to go and look something else and have that 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere else.
Yeah.
What will appeal to you in terms of what kind of a club, your next destination, as someone who's got this, I mean, Dota, in your first season, you were part of a team that was in the semi-final in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you've got semi-final, you've got finals, and surely wherever you go, you want to come with that kind of knowledge and maybe a club that is at that level.
For now, I can't say anything because there's nothing, you know, but anything that comes, you know, which is good for me, I'll appreciate and take it, you know, then go and play.
There's nothing good and readers.
No, I don't. Unless you know, because you're in that space. Me, I don't know anything because I've never seen everyone or someone call me and say, we want to offer you this, or can we have your signature? Nothing. I've been taking my kids to school and come back, and I'm enjoying my family time for now, but I'm hoping that one day everything's going to go well for me.
I'm coming back to that. I'm coming back to that. I still want to continue. Because down in Devon, there's a big presser tomorrow. There's a big presser tomorrow. And when one looks at the project, there's even some of your former teammates there, the likes of Festival.
Probably, for now, I don't know. I don't want to lie to you what's happening. I don't know. That's why I'm said I'm still at home. For now, me and my manager, we're still gonna meet up, you know, and talk and see what's happening. You know, then we'll take it from there.
If it comes, does that project appeal to you? You don't have a problem of moving outside Gauteng?
I don't have a problem. The only thing that I want for me is to play football. I just want to finish stronger, you know, be happy, like my name, you know, so that's all I want. And
playing longer, because sometimes it happens when you get released because you were getting 10, 15 matches. Is this also coming out of the fact that you played, when you look at the defenders in the club, you also played like the most number of matches. You're always there, so it tells you if you can campaign in the CAF Confed and in a demanding team, surely even somewhere you can have this.
Yeah, I still have it. You know, I still have it. I think the previous season I've almost played maybe 80% or 90% of games, you know, because if I'm not mistaken, as Orlando Pirates, we play like 42 or 43 games throughout the competition, and I think I've played 33 of that. So it's a good stat for me, and it shows that I'm still capable of playing, you know. And if you remember, it was Wednesday weekend, you're traveling, and I've managed to do that. So it shows that I still have it, you know, the energy that I have, it can still keep me going.
Okay. But at least I like the fact that you're saying you're not particular about what to go. But beyond football, have you started to think about what you want to do?
Yeah. There's something that I'm doing already outside football. You know, it's growing. It's growing. I won't lie, but we'll see what's gonna happen. You know, after football.
Mm-hmm. And I like that you're saying that because I want to talk about your manager. When I look at Tico, when I look at yourself, when I look at even some of the players who've retired, when I look at the names here, Konza, Dlamini, Kobola, Shaba, you know, these are people who are doing something somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not guys that you don't see. So I guess the kind of influence your manager has in how you do things has also helped.
Yeah, I think Jasmine, he helped us a lot of things. You know, it's not about more of a football. It's more about after football. Every time when you speak to him, he tells you after football, you know, what will happen after football. The same thing that is happening now, it won't happen. So you need to know what you do, you know. And I think if you can look at all the guys that are here who are retired, they've tried, you know, to do something outside football, and so far so good. We still see them in a good shape, you know, which obviously it admire us as players that I'm in the same stable with this guy, you know, is doing this, why I can't do it, you know. So I think, and just put each and every day a stamp to say, hey, look, bruh, after football is this, after football is this. So automatically it gets to your mind and say, hey, after football I need to do something, you know. So, and you need to start by now while you're still playing.
And I guess when you start something when you're still playing, it's different than when you stopped playing.
Yeah.
Because by the time you continue with it after stopping playing, it's already in motion.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be better because now you know the game already. You know the game, even though you've seen like 40%, 50% of it, but you know the game. You know whatever that it's supposed to do, what are you doing, but you know the foundation of it until a certain period. When you're done playing football, you're not starting from scratch. You just started from 40% to, then you take it to 100%. Then you know you always there and you see what's happening with whatever thing that you do.
Which space interests you more in the game?
In the game of football.
For some, not everyone wants to coach.
I think for me, I'm still searching. You know, I'm still searching where can I fit in football. You know, maybe I'll be an analyst. Maybe I'll be a coach. You know, so I'm still searching where I want to be. But I still love football, and football won't go away from me. Mm-hmm. I think I want to be part of football even if I retire.
Mm-hmm. Which is when they're still searching, which is one of the reasons why you were not ready to just stop.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons that I didn't want to just stop, because I didn't have that vision of saying today I want to retire. Because if I retire now, what I'm gonna do? Do I have a passion what I'm gonna do? That's very important, because you can't go to a job and you don't have a passion for it. You know, you're not gonna deliver. You're just gonna be there because of you want money or whatever. Money needs to come next. You need to have a passion, you know, of that. And for my life, it's been being patient first before money. Money will come if it comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. But my passion is my passion. So that's why I love football. I know some other people will say, why you didn't take the job and move forward. But for me, I just wanted to play. You know, I just wanted to play. And I appreciate that the chairman offered me a job. You know, I appreciate it, I considered it, and I appreciate it, you know. But I still wanted to play football, because I saw that my legs can keep on going. And yeah, we'll see if my seasons 2 to 3 years end. Maybe if the offer still stands, then I can go to have that job.
Was it a certain kind of a job, or you had to choose what you want to do?
I think the talk was very nice, and they've offered me, but they didn't mention which particular job that I have to do. They're mentioning it. They just wanted to see my interest, you know, and I had to go in and think about it, you know, and I had to think about it for a couple of days. We had a chat, like a father and a son. You know, I was very honest, and it was deep talk between me and the chairman. And obviously, he had his opinions, talks. I had my own, and at the end of the day, I had to make a call. You know, because when I look at myself, I wanted to play, and I've asked the chairman that, can I please continue and play? I know you've offered, but can I please continue and play? And he agrees. We had an agreement between the two of us, and it was great. Then that's when I departure in the team.
You've been there. How old were you when you got there?
I was 19.
19. And you live now as a 35-year-old?
35-year-old.
Wow. And in all these years, the chairman has been there.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that bond and that relationship.
I think since day one, the chairman has been great to me, you know, in such a way that he never changed. He's still the same person, you know. When we talk, still the same person. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. He guides me. If I'm right, he guides me as well. He was a father to me, you know. I can say that he was a father to me, you know. And if I cry, you know, he said, call me and we talk. If something you want, it was a great father. I won't lie, it was a great father. He helped me a lot. A lot of things that I have maybe now is because of his guidance, you know, his guidance. And I appreciate, and I'd like to thank him a lot. You know, he's done a lot of things for me, and I'm very grateful for that.
But you'll go back for sure?
I don't know. I can't predict the future. You know. But the offer, if it still stands, I can still go back. I don't have a problem.
And waking up, because I'm sure that is the feeling, okay, maybe it's the feeling that you are used to during the off-season.
Yeah.
That you'd wake up and take the kids to school, But most of the time, the pre-season comes at a time when the schools are also
close.
okay. When the season ends in May, it's still different. So yeah, so now, how long have you given yourself, or you're just going to be relaxed about it in terms of getting into the next opponent? Because there's also some of these teams are afraid because you're coming from Pirates, you're coming from Chiefs, you're coming from Sundowns, from a huge package. But I guess with you, it's different. You just want to play. You say you're not really particular about money.
Yeah. I think I just want to play football. That's all I want. Money is there, but it's not a major thing for me. I think if there's something that is good for me, I'm okay. I just want to play football. That's all I want. Like I said before, I just want to finish on a high. And I think, now is the first time that I didn't do a preseason with any team, and it's very difficult. And obviously, with the team that I might join, I need to start from scratch. Because when you train on your own and train with the team, it's very different. But I would like to get a team, and move quicker so that I can, while they're still doing preseason, and join them, so that I won't take long to gel with the team.
Still fit, man. Still fit. So how are you keeping fit now? Are you training on your own, or?
I'm training on my own. I'm training on my own. I push myself, because when the days comes, I want to be okay and in a good shape.
Gents, I know, danke boy. Danke.